Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ kú ìyálẹ̀ta níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni Arìbísálà Ifálẹ̀wọ̀ṣù tó fún mi. Lónìí mo gbé yín wá sórí ìwòran wa kí ẹ wá wo ọ̀mọ̀wé wa àti CEO, our famous CEO, LekzyJay Film Production. Ẹ káalẹ́ bàbá mi. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi introduce ara yín sí àwọn aráalé. Orúkọ yín, ìlú tẹ́ ti wá.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Akíntóyè Ọlálékan tí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ sí LekzyJay aka Bí-ò-bá-kú.
Bí-ò-bá-kú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé lè sọ fún àwọn aráalé ìlú wo lẹ ti wá?
Mo jẹ́ ọmọ ìlú Ìdànrè ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo.
Ondo. Are you born and brought up in Ìdànrè?
I'm not brought up there. I was brought up at Akure because that's where my parents lived. So, and back then, due to some circumstances, my parents had to move from Akure to Ikere. So that's where I schooled. I started my primary school, and that's it.
Wow. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé pé bóyá àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín kan tó mọ̀ yín ní Ìkẹrẹ ìgbà tó ṣe pé ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ school yìí, ṣé lè bá wa dárúkọ ilé ìwé tí ẹ lọ, ilé ìwé kékeré àti gíga tí ẹ lọ ní Ìkẹrẹ Èkìtì?
Okay. Ilé ìwé tí mo lọ ní Ìkẹrẹ ó jẹ́ St. Pius Primary School ní Ìkẹrẹ Èkìtì, and mo dẹ̀ lọ ilé ìwé girama náà tó jẹ́ secondary school ní Ìkẹrẹ náà Èkìtì, Ẹlẹ́yọ̀ Community High School.
Ẹlẹ́yọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé lè ṣàlàyé iṣẹ́ tí ẹ kọ́ bí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ tí ẹ kọ́ nígbà tí ẹ wà léèwé nígbà tí ẹ wà ní secondary school?
Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ bèrè yẹn, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lágbára o, a ṣàlàyé. Nígbà tí mo wà ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, like the primary school, mo máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ labour, you understand? Ṣé gbogbo èèyàn ló ń ṣe o, ẹni tó bá ní okun àti agbára ló ń ṣe. So I used that to support my mom, you understand, back then. So that's what I've been doing like almost years. So, and after that, I decided to learn a barbing, let me say hairstylist.
Tí àwọn Yorùbá pè ní atóríṣe.
Atóríṣe.
Báwo wá ni ìrìnàjò yín wọnú tíátà eré orí ìtàgé?
Ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí màá sọ wípé nǹkan tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí gidigidi ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. What I determine and myself to be is to become a star, you know. What star ni o? But I'm trying to push myself, and I know everything is gonna be cool one day. So I had one friend named Tomiwa. She was in science class, so while I was in art class. So one day she posted a picture, you know, of her and some stars in theater, movie stuff like that. So, and because I have been wanting to you know, do this work of, you know, theater art, so I had to call her and tell her everything about me, you understand, making sure she understands me very well, due to the you know, importance of me joining the theater. Yes. So, and she let me understand that it's a good process, that she's going to introduce me to one person, and yeah, she did introduce me to one I would call my boss, which is Ibukunoluwa. I met her years ago, and I was so happy because this is the thing I've been wanting for myself all this while, you know, because you know, sometimes I might be at home, you know, just learning, doing things, you know, just acting myself, you understand. So when I met her, I explained things to her. She asked me questions, and I answered very right, which she was so happy about it. And she made me understand that this theater stuff I'm about to do, it's not an easy task like that. That I need to do some things, just to make myself you know, just to make myself famous. You understand, like that.
Yeah.
So, in the process, I got form, you know, she's been my boss since, you understand. So I feel the form, and gradually, and I never paid it a penny, but she's a good boss to me, you understand. She, even if I told her that, boss, I didn't have much money for the form, she will tell me that, yeah, Lekon, don't worry, Ola, don't worry, even at the end, I'm at okay, you understand. So I was so happy, in her encouraging me in all this. So it's really making me so happy. It's giving me a privilege, you understand, to step up in this data stuff like that. So, and yeah, when I enter the industry, it's a really great thing because she introduced me to a lot of people. You understand? In industry you have a lot of stars, actors, crew, directors, all like that. So she introduced me to them, everybody. You understand? So which they knew me, and I also have one boss too, which is a friend of my boss, which is Kamo Egba. Yes.
Wow, that's very nice.
I know right now he will be watching me and smiling, you understand? Yeah, because he's my real boss, you understand that. So back then, there's one location I went to, my boss, which is Ibukunlua, took me to, yeah, which is he's saying go, good, which we go to a location which is Otto. You understand?
Okay.
So that's where I met Kamoeba,
Wow.
and she introduced me to him, saying he's a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then there's a movie we shooting back then. It's almost years back. You understand? So the movie name is called Okowere.
Okowere.
Yes, Okowere.
Please, if I may ask, báwo ni expression yín nígbà tí ẹ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ ya iṣẹ́ yìí?
Wow, I felt so good. I felt happy. I felt so excited. You understand? Knowing and having it in my thought that I'm going to shoot in this Otun Ekiti location.
That's very good. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn míì tó bá dé location ojú máa ma tì wọ́n. Ẹ mọ̀ ṣé ọjọ́ gangan tẹ dé location kan ṣọ́jọ́ yẹn gangan lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe?
I would say yes. Well, most bosses don't do that. You understand? Due to the apprentice had to collect the form, pay the new. But back then, I haven't paid any penny. You understand? My boss still took me to that location, to shoot. And when I get to the location, I would say my boss is someone that is very, loving person, and yeah. So immediately he went, yeah, she rather, you understand? She went to his friend directly, which I mentioned the other time, which is Kamegba. So, and she was like, come on, wo, Ola ni o, mo ti mu wá. You understand? Yeah, that's the way she always say it. Yeah, Ola mo ti mu wá o, ọmọ mi ni, wo, ọmọ yẹn mo ṣe kíní kan, ó mọ art, which she presented me to Kamo Egba. So, ní orí set tá wà ní ọ̀tún yẹn, like, bí ọ̀gá mi ṣe fi mí mọ ọ̀rẹ́ wọn tó jẹ́ Kamo Egba. So ojú ẹsẹ̀ náà ni Kamo Egba ṣe kí ni wọ́n mú mi lọ sórí set direct. So, and then the first scene I'm going to do, or let me say did, was when I was playing a game, Ayo, you understand? So area Ayo là ń ṣe ní abẹ́ igi ní that first time. So and that time my acting is not very well much good. You understand? So Kamo Egba was the one encouraging me, and also um, because at that stage I was so shocked because what I never uh, felt before. So it's crazy, you understand? So my heart keep on pumping out, pumping. So I just had to, compose myself due to what he and she has explained to me about. And then I killed the role, you understand, due to the way I love, acting. So after the let me say after the set, Kamo called my boss and introduced me that this your boy, you need to keep on training him little by little, you understand, because he's an actor like that. Yeah. So let me just step up, you understand. So this is it. After after the process of autumn. What's the meaning of that? So go and rolling action. After the process of the autumn, there was a moving. My boss usually call me on. Sometimes I might be busy. Sometimes I will just say, boss. But yeah, I do go. You understand? Because I'm a kind of person that I love these things. You understand? So whenever my boss was like, anything you're going to be doing, you understand? Just listening to whatever I say to you as boss, you understand? So mo máa ń gbọ́ràn sí wọn lẹ́nu gan because she is a boss that mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ gan, you understand, due to the way she used to do to me every time, I would say she's a really good boss, you understand. So after that I went to Lara Mokin. Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's cool, that's nice, I would love to go because nǹkan tí mo yàn láàyò ni tí mo fẹ́ ṣe fúnra mi. And anytime my boss call me like that, we have a location. Ó máa ń jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń wú mi lórí gan because this thing I've been dreaming about it. If you are dreaming about something in life and you want to achieve it, you have to be working towards it so you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So yeah, I keep on doing that. So we went to this Ilara Mokin. So this Ilara Mokin was the place. I met so many people, celebrities, you understand, a crew member, props, soundman, director, PM, you understand, makeups, and all, you understand. So when I get to the location, because I followed my friend that Tommy White told you about. She's the one that introduced me to my boss. So my boss was the one that called me to the location. So we went together. At that location, I felt so very good. Me do giddy because when I got there, I saw many people. Even that's the first time I'm going to be meeting. You're like,
Wow.
yeah. So this where I was sitting, I was just looking at people because when you get to a place you don't know any people there. You're just going to keep silent and keep on watching, and that. So that's what I was doing. And let me say some minutes. My friend came along and come to me and say, Lekon, Jalori father, Jalori father. I was like, Tani father. You understand? Yes, something we used to, joke about. So, and yeah, she led me to Ayolaya. I was like, wow, this is celebrity. This is a star. You understand? Sorry, the celebrity. Tó bá ní sọ̀rọ̀, máa kàn wá jẹ́ wow, we are going, action. It's a celebrity. You understand? I felt so cool. So I did it again. I felt so cool. And action. I felt so cool. Seeing him for the first time. I always watched him on TV like that, and so many of them like that. So, but it's really encouraging when I met him and he was so excited to see me too. And he also encouraged me on this theater art stuff. Yeah, so I had to snap a picture with him because he's my favorite. celebrity. I'm not saying a real favorite like that, but he's also my favorite. But I love him so much. So I had to snap a picture with him. So that's the very first time we both had
Sing
sing together.
together.
Yes, because it really amazed me,
You feeling like
So
Melly?
yes,
Omo.
but I was feeling so much excited because one would with me like star. My boss really done so much for me, in this industry stuff.
That's
So
good.
I
That's
just had
good.
to do a scene with him. And my friend, my boss rather, called me and say, "Hola, ṣé o ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ó rí, mo mú ẹ sọ́dọ̀ celebrity. Kó ráyè kójú ẹ ráyè lọ fà." Yeah, I was so smiling. I was like, "Oh, guys, I have to prostrate and being grateful. You understand?" So that's how that one goes like that. Though that period of time, I wasn't myself too because it's something I just started. It's my beginning. So gradually like that. So let me say that one goes by. So another one was at Oshogbo.
Okay.
Yes. So after let me say some weeks, my boss had to call me again that Ola, we had location at Oshogbo again. So I was so
But
excited.
don't you find that stressful?
Yeah, some stage I found it stressful. You
Okay.
understand? Because the very first time I'm going to find it stressful was when we went to Oshogbo
Okay.
at this set of Alakotiemi.
What's
Yes, that's a very huge project. You
wow.
understand? That's the very first time that we attend to a project like that.
Okay.
Alakotiemi. I don't know it's gonna be like that when my boss called me. So and I had to travel from here to Oshogbo by myself. You understand? So I went there. So she just had to describe the place to me for me rather. So when she described, I had to follow her instruction, and yeah, I got there. So when I get there, I saw so many people like I've been seeing before. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So when I got there, I'm the only one that came by myself. Nobody
Yeah.
was is with me. So when I get there, I'm a type of person that whenever I get to a location, I don't know anybody from there. I felt so shy. You understand?
Okay.
So when I get into that location, and there was Ibibe, OJB, Abule. You understand? Ibibe could see like oh one did it, could see network, could see everything. So
Okay.
when I get there. I saw so many celebrities, all those Agbagba, you understand, Agbagba actor. So I saw them. I was like, wow. So it's like this. It's like this. So I was talking to myself in my thoughts. You understand? So I had to try to call my boss there that mo ti wà ní around the ibi tẹ́ sọ pé kí n wá sí. Yeah, but the network is very poor. So I wasn't be able to reach her at that very moment. So I just had to talk to someone there, say, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, mo ń béèrè èèyàn kan ni. And the person asked me that, who am I asking? I was like, my boss. She was like, who is your
Who's your
boss?
boss?
So I was like, IBK. I was like, IBK, who's IBK? Because so many people were there. You understand? So I had to explain, and the person asked me what's the name of the movie she has done, so they could help me, get her. So I had to scroll my phone and show the person the movie she had produced. So, and yeah, they recognized her and they took me to her. So when I saw my boss and my boss saw me, she was really excited. And you know why?
Okay.
It's because she didn't know that I'm going to come that way, that far. You understand from Ikere Ekiti to Oshogbo, it's a very long
Very
journey.
long journey.
Yes. So when I saw her, I had the first prayer. I'm like, oh God,
Oh wow.
yes, something like that.
Wow.
Yes, and we
Wow.
compliment each other. So she had to, take me everywhere. And when I keep on following her, she's keep on saying, "Ọlá, ṣé orí ibi tí mo mú ẹ wá sí báyìí? Wàá rà máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ni o. Àwọn àgbààgbà tó wà níbí." My voice is a very jovial person. You understand? So all that understand that. So mo ṣáà máa ń sọ fún wọn pé, ọ̀gá mi, mo wà pẹ̀lú yín, mo wà pẹ̀lú yín. You understand? Yes, now because I also want to mingle. Yes. So she introduced me to some people there because one they introduced me to gbogbo wọn náà. Yes. So some she introduced me to a very well, much known person. You understand? So after that, they keep on shooting. You understand? Shooting because it's a very huge project like that. So much as in shooting, just to see something I would learn from. You understand? Yeah, from there exactly. So I keep on smiling, laughing. Yeah, because I was happy the way they were acting.
Okay.
Their acting was so very much crazy. So one wo bí wọ́n ṣe act like bí wọ́n tún ṣe act ó tún yàtọ̀ sí ilé tí mo ti ń rí tẹ́lẹ̀.
Wow.
So ara nǹkan tó tún jẹ́ kí inú mi dùn sí location tí mo wá sí yẹn nìyẹn. And so let me say gradually, night comes. You understand? Like alele bẹ́ẹ̀. So they shoot till like let me say 1 a.m.
Wow.
Yes, that very first time I came.
Wow.
Yeah. So bó ṣe di 1 something and ibi tí ń pa mí. You understand? And I'm the type of person that means so I had to talk to my boss that ọ̀gá ebi ń pa mí o, ebi ń pa. And ibi tá a dẹ̀ sí ń rìn lọ is far, very much far because there's no car, there's no bike. We had to trek. At that, when they were done at that, let me say 1 a.m. at that Alakoti, we had to, after everybody left the I won't say everybody, but some left. You understand the location. Okay. So it's only me and my boss. Yes, it's only me and my boss. So we were just trekking at that middle of the night. Trekking. You understand? Even that is saying so at one stage I had to stop and say, "Oga, what you me o?" Because it's a long way and we didn't see anybody to help us that maybe they are going to carry us, or lift us. We didn't see anybody because everywhere was so silent. Yeah. So I told my boss that I'm really tired because the time boy until Lofaju. There's no food, no water, and all like that. That very night was a very stressful day. I would say I've experienced in my life. And my boss said to me, Lekan, Ọlá, ṣé o rí nǹkan báyìí? Ṣé o rí pé iṣẹ́ tíátà ò easy? You understand? Ṣé o ti rí bí 30 first ẹ̀mí bọ̀ látàárọ̀ ààrẹ ni gbé wa? So ara nǹkan tí wàá máa fi pìtàn tó bá ti dọjọ́ ọ̀la. Yes, that's the way.
This part of the story.
Exactly. That's the way she told me that night. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be a story one day. So, and we had to, with that motivation, you understand, I had to continue the trekking because I was so tired already. So I had to follow her again. And when we get to a destination, we saw a car coming by. So we were like, Mwani, Ogami, mọ́tò ń bọ̀, máa dá ilé dúró because I was so very tired. So when the car approached us, when the car approached us, I had to stop by force. You understand? Because it's the only car. Yes, I even don't know. I don't care about who is in the car or not. My very. I don't care. And action. I don't care about whoever is in the car. You understand? My thoughts and my belief is Timothy Damu to Iduro. Yes, because I was very tired. And we stopped the car, Kayeduro, and that's the person in the car was like my like a godmother of my boss.
Okay.
Yes. So
in that same location,
yeah. So my boss was like, mother, you understand, like that. They greet each other like that. So they just my bro said, Ejo Shelly, you are the because he did the both where it's stand like that. So and she understand too because the way we coming is very much far. So once I we were lọ́jọ́ yẹn we were a tún ṣìnà hotel because alẹ́ ti lé because that very first time was the day I came to that Òṣogbo and ọjọ́ náà la lọ wá hotel tàbá sùn. You understand? So by the time we were done at that location tá ti máa padà sí tó ti máa drop wá báyìí wọ́n á béèrè wípé ibo la máa yà sí ibo la máa yà sí. You understand? So we were trying to figure out the exact place we are going to branch but we can't recognize very well due to the dark. You understand? Because it's night. So wọ́n ṣáà gbé wá síbi kan a ṣáà béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ garage tó wà níbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ so wọ́n ṣáà sọ fún wa padà sí hotel and that's the hotel we came to was not very cool because we just had to manage ourselves and me and my boss slept in one room that day because there was no room again. So we just had to manage it till the morning. So when we get to the mine, we go to the location again and they started acting. I told my boss I was hungry again. So I had to get food outside. And though they were shooting at they were shooting at the location, so I just go and get food and stuff like that. So when I came, I noticed that staying here longer will affect me. You understand? Because I'm a businessman. You understand? And also I had to use my phone sometimes. So you know to.
You mentioned something right now. You said you're a businessman.
Yes.
What kind of business is that again?
I'm also a car dealer too, and I also love acting. And also, I have a salon, a unisex salon, LekzyJay unisex salon, which is in Ikere. You can also patronize it.
That's fine. In your career, ọjọ́ wo lẹ mọ̀ pé yes, inú yín dùn gidigidi, like you were very happy.
When I would say I was very happy was when I produced my first movie.
Wow.
Which is Remi Alaga.
Remi Alaga.
Yes.
So let's do this as vice versa. Ọjọ́ wo lẹ mọ̀ pé yes, bóyá ni yóò dùn tí ní tó rí sọ́mà fún yín.
Ọjọ́ tí mo mọ̀ wípé inú mi ò dùn. Yes. Ọjọ́ tí mo mọ̀ pé inú mi ò dùn ní ìgbà tí mo ń ṣe Remi Alaga. Yeah, because bọ́n ṣe sọ fún mi kọ́ ni mo ṣe gbà. Yes. My boss told me that I'm going to play a lead role. Yeah, so we practice overnight like that. So it was so very saddening when I realized they gave the role to another actor. So immediately, I think my brother, which is Alex, I told you about, informed Kamoegba that would have been Lekon practice no jáde yìí o. And I think Kamo also felt it too that yeah, I think so that he's thinking it too that wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ wò pé bó ṣe máa end sí. So when he noticed that he came to me and say Lekon ṣé o rí i pé wọ́n ti ń change kíní mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ and immediately so and I have my characters I practice myself and also Kamoegba helped me so very well with in that same location as my Remi Alaga. So the painful thing is when they are shooting it, the role I supposed to play, which is lead role, was given to one celebrity actor, which is not supposed to be like that. Yes. So at first I was like, what's going on? So and no one is going to know that the movie is really for me. You understand? So I would say that's the very moment I felt so heartbreaking.
So sorry about that. So apart from your movie Remy Alaga movie, is there any other movie you produce or coming on the way?
Action! Death Warrant.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a movie coming up soon. And also, it's a movie you are going to love.
Wait.
Death Warrant. Wow, Death Warrant. Oh. Death Warrant.
Wow.
Yeah, Death Warrant.
Musa.
Oh, so yeah, Death Warrant. Go.
Okay.
Death Warrant.
Wow, Death Warrant.
Yes, exactly. Death Warrant. It's a movie. Go, exactly. And action. Exactly. It's a movie you're going to love to watch. It's a movie you are going to call your friends, your family, your neighbors to watch because it's a very, very, when I say very, very, yes, yes, yes. I do have a huge, I would say a huge project coming up soon.
Wow.
Oh, which project? Action. I would say I have a huge project coming up soon, which is Death Warrant.
Wow. Death Warrant.
Death Warrant. Yeah. It's a very nice movie, you understand? It's a movie you are going to love to watch.
Okay.
Yes. It's a very fantastic movie. You understand?
We are expecting that one.
Yes, it's coming soon.
We are expecting that one. No, hope they did not collect the lead role from you now.
Oh, lead Debo! How do you do that? Say I don't lay now. And this is a very huge.
Wow.
You want to, what can't express what I'm saying right now? What can't express it? It's a when it comes out, you're going to see.
Yeah, I'm expecting it too.
Yeah. Very nice movie.
Yeah. That's fine. Wow. So Mr. Akintoye Olalekan, aka Bí Obako. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, orúkọ Bí Obako yẹn ṣé ẹ kúnú múvì yẹn ni tẹ́tú jí padà ni or àárín yẹn ó fẹ́.
Yeah, I still know you're going there. No. It's not like that.
Okay.
The name Biobaku, you understand? I love the name so well, you understand? And it's my character name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In my movie, Death Warrant.
You can't wait. Even the name self, we cannot wait to. We can't wait. We can't wait.
Exactly. So that's where I got the name from, and I love the name. Yeah. So I had to use it.
What are we expecting on LekzyJay TV?
Whoa. Yeah, I would say a lot of things. The content, a
Wow.
movie.
Okay.
A lot of things will be on my TV, LekzyJay. You understand? Because I'm a type of person I love to recreate. You understand? I recreate content, and I'm a filmmaker too. So anything you'll be seeing on my channel will be, it won't be only on my thing only. It will be on content. Short movie, something like that.
Alright, no problem. So thanks for your time. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe lè tún bá wa kí àwọn ará ilé kẹ́ bá wa introduce ara yín sí wọn.
Orúkọ tèmi ò yí padà. Akíntóyè Ọlálékan, ọmọ bíbí Ìdànrè ní ìpínlẹ̀ Oǹdó.